Good day, here are the top stories from the Pna Headlines. New Philippine National Police Chief General Nicolas Torre III received his marching orders from President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. as he takes over the police force on Monday. The President led the change of command ceremony at Camp Crame in Quezon City. In a speech, the President ordered Torre to keep the PNP's ranks clean and honorable. He told the new PNP chief to act decisively against erring officers. He also urged him to increase police visibility and ensure they remain a source of public reassurance and protection. At the same time, Marcos instructed the PNP to enforce a focused crackdown on illegal drugs alongside the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency. He reminded police officers to avoid abusing their authority. He said the PNP's leadership change is a clear mandate to champion peace, serve with honor, and move the country forward with dignity. Torre is taking over the reins from General Romel Francisco Marbil as the 31st Chief of the PNP. Torre led high-profile cases as Chief of the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, including the arrests of former President Rodrigo Duterte and Kingdom of Jesus Christ Pastor Apollo Kibuloy. As a member of the Tagapagpatupad class of 1993, he is the first alumnus of the Philippine National Police Academy to lead the PNP. The Senate reconvenes today to tackle the government's priority legislative measures before the 19th Congress adjourns next week on June 14. Senate President Francis Chis Escudero III said that Congress must prioritize the passage of all pending measures aligned with Marcos administration's goal to meet the people's needs and expectations. He stressed that Congress has 6 session days left before the sine die adjournment. Escudero said President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. identified several priority measures during the Legislative Executive Development Advisory Council meeting on May 29. These measures include amendments to the Foreign Investors Long-Term Lease Act, E-Governance Act, amendments to the Universal Healthcare Act, Virology Institute of the Philippines, setting the term of office of barangay officials, and the Sangguniang Kabataan and Anti-Pogo Act. Escudero earlier said the approval of key bills takes precedence over Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment trial, which has been rescheduled next week. He expects to convene into an impeachment court in the 20th Congress, with a new set of senators taking over as senator judges. The Department of Transportation, or DOTr, says it will work with all relevant agencies to comply with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s orders to expedite the rehabilitation of EDSA. Transportation Secretary Vince Dizon echoed the President's statement that the EDSA rehab needs further study to shorten the duration and ensure the convenience of the people. He noted the President's move to listen to public sentiment and respond by opting for a whole-of-government approach. Last Sunday, Marcos ordered to suspend the rebuilding of EDSA for 1 month. He cited the need to reassess the project, which will take 2 years due to the heavy traffic burden it would impose on commuters and motorists. He had ordered the DOTr, Department of Public Works and Highways, and Metropolitan Manila Development Authority to look into new technologies and methods which may be used to speed up the project. And for its part, the MMDA announced it will no longer push through with the odd-even scheme that would be implemented during the EDSA rehab. MMDA Chair Romando Artes said that they will find other ways to ease the expected traffic during the EDSA rehabilitation. For the meantime, the MMDA will continue implementing the assisting number coding scheme. And in other news, families going out every Sunday may now pay for less while taking Metro Manila's trains, as President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. officially launched the Pamilya Pass 1+3 promo. The President, First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos and their 3 sons boarded an MRT-3 train at GMA Kamuning Station in Quezon City to mark the rollout on Sunday. The new Pamilya Pass 1+3 promo allows one paying adult passenger to bring 3 family members or companions for free every Sunday. The fare initiative would be implemented across the MRT3, LRT1, and LRT2. Marcos acknowledged that Filipinos miss out on family time due to long work hours and travel. He invited the public to take advantage of the Ride promo and spend more quality time with their families. For our latest business news, the Department of Finance hailed the approval of the 2026 to 2031 CPF or Country Partnership Framework by the World Bank. The Finance Department said the CPF aligns closely with President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s development agenda focused on inclusive growth. It said the new framework ensures that support fits the key priorities of the administration, such as improving healthcare, education, job creation, digitalization, and building a more resilient and inclusive economy. Finance Secretary Ralph Recto said that by anchoring the CPF in the President's vision, developing financing addresses the country's most pressing needs. He vowed that the government, together with the World Bank, will ensure that all Filipinos feel the benefits and relief brought about by its programs. Meanwhile, gasoline and diesel prices are slightly going up in the first week of June. In separate advisories, fuel companies announced a 40 centavo increase in gasoline prices per liter and a 30 centavo hike per liter for diesel. On the other hand, kerosene prices are dropping by 10 centavos per liter. The price movements are effective on the 3rd of June on Tuesday. The Department of Energy, or DOE, earlier forecasted mixed movements in the prices of petroleum products due to geopolitical concerns affecting oil-producing countries amid plans to hike production. And those are the latest and the biggest stories from the PNA headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. The PNA Headlines is also streamed via the Servicio Facebook page. You may also watch the PNA Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. I am William Theo. This is the PNA Headlines, bringing you stories that unite the nation.